Hello. Yeah, morning, guys. Am I audible to all of you? You can give your confirmation in chat window if you can hear me, so that we can continue our session. Yeah, hi, Ankit. I'm audible. Okay, great. Thanks for confirmation. So let's begin our session. Before I move ahead, I have couple of questions from you because you're the only one right now in meeting. So if you can. So, what exactly your requirement is? Means Mohit told me that you have an inquiry about R programming. So, do you have any background or what's your professional background? Agenda for today's session, that what exactly R is, the introduction to R. What is the use of R programming? Because that is also important. That what is the R programming? The companies, those who are using R programming. Installation of R, I will be going to tell you from where you can download and work on R, and we'll discuss about some basic syntaxes, how to write syntaxes in R and perform our operation. So when we talk about R programming, what exactly R is? What is R programming? Why R is used in industry? So basically, R is a data analysis software. R is a data analysis software, and the data scientists, statisticians, analysts, quants, and other persons who need to make sense of the data using use of R for statistical analysis, data visualization, and predictive modeling. Basically, they worked with R programming. They used to work with R programming. Uh, okay, so they used to work with R programming. And what we do with R program, see, R is a programming language. First of all, R is a programming language, and it's a complete interactive object oriented language. Unlike like you can create classes and objects, and in R programming also we can define classes and objects, we can create instance, and we can perform all the programming statement, program logic we can define here. We can provide it provides operator objects. We can work with operators and functions that make the process of exploring, modeling, and your data visualization at a natural one. So complete data analysis can often be represented in just a few lines of code with the help of R programming. For example, let's suppose you wanted to connect to your data source, so you connect to data source, and then you want to visualize the data. So it can be easily done with R programming. It can be easily connected to that. R is an environment. Basically, when we talk about the statistical analysis, analysis means we have the data set. So we connect to the data. So first of all, R does not store any data. Okay, we used to connect to the data source. We used to build a connectivity with the data source, and we create a live connection to the data source. We perform analysis on that data set. We perform transformation on that data set, and then we can visualize the data set with the help of our programming function. So there are pre-built functions, there are pre-built packages. We use those packages to perform operations in our programming. It's an open source. The best thing is that what makes R so popular, because R is an open source software. Basically, R is an open source software. You don't need to purchase any license. Means it's an open source means it doesn't belong. Basically, open source means you can download the software, You can you can use it for free, and you can download the methods, you can download the algorithms, and if you want to make some changes into that, you can make changes in those functions and packages as per your requirement. And also, if you want to contribute if you want to contribute your inputs to the R community, so you can also do that. Just be a part of that community, just register to that R community, and you can deploy your modules or functions on R community. So R community will validate your packages and modules, and if they found that it's a unique and it is useful, they will deploy that on the package library, you can say package repository, where the end users or the other users or the developers, those who will be working on R, they can download and they can use it, right? Because whenever we were working on R programming, we need to download packages, because see, every technology, every tool, whenever we install any tool or any software, it comes with some basic libraries and packages. All right, so we can do some basic programming, we can do it perform some basic functionality. But when it comes to advanced level, when it comes, let's suppose we would be going to work with we would be going to implement the machine learning capabilities with R. I would like to perform linear regression to R through R. I would like to I would like to apply decision forest through R. I would like to apply correlation coefficient. I would like to apply KNN algorithm. So when I want to apply those functionalities in R, right? So I need some packages, I need some libraries, so we need to install those packages. So I'll tell you that how to install those packages, how to use those packages, and which packages used in what scenarios, means when are we going to use those packages. So we will be going to discuss this in our regular session. The R, first of all, R is an integrated suite of software facilities for data manipulation, calculation, and graphical display. See, R is not only used for data analysis. Means it's not like that we connect to the data source, we will make a database connectivity, and then we perform some transformation and then export data back into CSV format or in a formatted file. But using R, we can also visualize the data. I can create some charts using R if I want. If I have the data, I can quickly plot my data, I can quickly plot the chart. So that we can do easily. But again, in order to do that, we need some packages, we need some libraries and packages. Okay, and if we can read data from some Excel files, we can plot the data easily using data sets. So okay, and so R is a computer programming language specifically for statistics, and with R we can do like creating graphs, charts. Is a very powerful statistical computing platform, and it's an integrated suite for software facilities for data manipulation, performing calculations. It is very much a vehicle for new developing methods of interactive data analysis. And it's as I mentioned, there's a graphical facilities for data analysis and display either on screen or on hard copy. What do I mean by this line? The graphs which I'm talking about, the charts which I'm talking about, which we are going to create, the plotting which we'll be going to do, when we make a plotting, so those plottings we can export it also. For example, let me do a very quick example. Let me show you one very quick example for that. So let me open my R Studio. This R Studio is a package where we are going to work. Actually, we are going to use this R Studio for performing task. Okay, we'll be going to work on this R Studio. I'll tell you that from where you can download R Studio, how you are going to use it, right? So we'll be going to work on that. So let me open R Studio. This is my R Studio, and this R Studio comes with some default or some basic functionalities. It's already, some basic packages are already installed. And if I want to get a list of package, I click on package and I can get a list of these packages are already installed. These packages are already installed with me. So I just click on file and R script. And here I'm going to write a script. For example, I just write H. I just create one. I just create one list. Okay, I'm creating one list, and then let me pass some values to it. Just some dummy values. Actually, we can customize this, and we can use some. We can pull this data from any data source. Also, we can perform a database connectivity, and I run it. So a variable is created with a series of arrays, and then I can use bar plot of H. And simple, I use bar plot of H, and see it quickly creates a bar plot to me. It creates a bar chart for me. Now I can preview this bar chart in full screen, or I can export it. I can export it as an image or a PDF. It's in a hard copy. I can export it as an image, and it gets stored on my desktop. We can set the height and width, and we can use it. Basically, we can associate it with, and we can attach it with along with an email, or we can deploy this on our web pages and all. So that can be done. Right? So this thing basically here, what is happening here right now, we are I use, see, in a very basic, in only 2 lines, I quickly create a bar chart for me. We can perform other operations onto it. We can have more operations. We can create line graphs and all instead of bar chart. If I want to use a and the best part with R Studio is that you will get help also. Like it creates a line chart for me, and I just write here H comma type is equal to L. And if any error occur, you will get an error here. Actually, type is equal to L, so it should be in double quotes. Okay, so I just say type is equal to L, and see, and it creates a line chart for me quickly. See? Only a single line, basically this one and this one, these two, because H is a variable. This whole it's an environment variable. It's a global environment variable which holds the value, and we can create a bar plot using the same value. We can create a line chart using the same value. We can do that. If I use O, so we have different functions. See that we can add values on data points also. So we can use this script, or we can write directly this command. I can write command directly over here also, and then we can export it whenever it is required. So that's why I mentioned that our environment, it provides the graphical facilities for data analysis and display either on screen or on hard copy. So we can export it in hard node copy. It's a well-developed, simple, and effective programming language which includes conditionals, loops, user-defined recursive functions, and input and output facilities. Means when we talk about R programming, so we can perform operations like we can load data from data sources, and we can perform operations on that data source. Right, we can get the data, then we can basically we can read data from Excel file, we can read data from CSV file, we can perform some transformation on that data set. I'll tell you about all these things. How can we slice the data, how can we group the data, how can we extract the data. Okay, so all these are functionalities of R programming. So basically, R is available as a free software, and the same application, the same software, we can the R script which we are going to create, that can compile and run on wide variety of platforms like Unix, Windows, Mac OS. It's a platform independent. Like the script which I'm running here, the same script which we can run on any operating system without any additional implementation. And there are more than 3,200 packages, more than 4,000 packages, with more than 80 to 90 packages are added in our program. It means our package repository per week they are added. So there is a repository. For example, if I want to include a package, I'll go to package and I can install a package from here. So we can click on install and we can look for the package. And you can see this would be coming from CRAN. So CRAN is a repository where from where we can look for the packages. If I look for this CRAN, let me go for this. Let me go to CRAN repository R. So CRAN repository R. See this R project, CRAN project, and here we have repository. So here you see all. So we have a huge list of library from where we can download packages from different locations. So from where we would like to, most of the packages are in USA. So University of Alaska, Indiana University. Let's suppose let's suppose I click on https crn cnr barclay.edu. This one. So you see, we have here R and R project incoming repository, web forms, R project homepage. So that contribute packages. So if we talk about packages, so how to install packages, directories. Okay, that task view. They have changed the location actually. The manual it is there, and archives is there. You see, these are the packages. It's a huge list. See this. It's a huge list of packages we have. So all the packages we are using, if you see these packages are, it's a huge list. If I scroll down, we have, right. So these packages are same, and these packages you will find out here also. Like for example, boot. What exactly this package is doing? Click on this, and they will tell you about this package. What exactly this package is doing? It's a bootstrap function. You can go back, go to packages, and you can look for the packages. For example, I want to look for what this tools package is doing. What is this translation package is doing? What is this states package is doing? What is this rpart package is doing? What is this mgcsv package is doing? So for example, if we want to load data from a csv excel file, so we need to import a package first of all, then only we can use it. If I want to perform some operation, we need to import the package, then only we can use that. Okay, if I want to perform some data manipulation operation, so we need some packages. Okay, for example, if I'll go for xlsx, see this, so xlsx, and we can click on install, and this xlsx package will install. It will install a package for us. See this, it's installing the package, also installing the dependencies R, Java, and Excel. So it will, and you see, automatically look for the specific location, and it download it in a, so it download the zip file, and it will install it. Downloaded 709 KB, and it will install it. So like this, once the package is installed, we can see this, see successfully installed, and it installed successfully. Now I can go and refresh it, and I can just look for the package, xlsx package. Now what this xlsx package is doing, we click on this and we can read about it, what this xlsx package is doing. So this xlsx package, basically it is to read, write, format Excel 2007, Excel 97, 2000, XP 2003 files, and the functions to do various spreadsheet effect, other effects, pictures. So these all are functions available in this package, right? .xlsx, write a data frame to work on it. So what my means to say is, in R programming, if we want to perform some operations, if there are certain pre-built packages but apart from that, if those packages, pre-installed packages, sorry, if those packages are not installed, we can install them as per our requirement using the package library. Right? Now, why should we use R? First of all, means we know about, so we understood that R is what, but why do we use R? Why use R? So R is a leading tool for statistics, data analysis, and machine learning capabilities. But again, to work with machine learning capabilities, packages are required. We need to install packages, then only we can work on it. There are bulk of packages are there. We don't need to create our own package, but if it is required, we can create our own package also and export and deploy that. It's a platform independent, it's an open source, integration is easy. right? So R is a leading tool for statistics, and it is more than a statistical package. It is a programming language, so we can create our own objects, functions, and packages in R. And as I've already mentioned about bulk of packages, so user contribute packages available on CRAN, and so many of the packages are submitted by their prominent members of their respective fields. Like we have packages for every field. We have packages for scientific fields. We have packages for uh, statistical field. We have packages for finance field. We have packages for machine learning field. So we have packages for different domains, and those are deployed by the prominent members of their own respective fields, and we can use it anywhere. We can use it anywhere easily, and we can use it on any operating system, and it's free of cost. It's freely available, as I mentioned, and that's why it is an open source, that any we can examine the source code to see exactly what it is doing, and we can fix the bugs if there are. We can add our own features in their existing packages if it is required, instead of rather than waiting for the vendors to find or fixing the errors or the bugs. So we can also do them as per our requirement. Integration is easy. Integration means we can easily integrate R with various languages. Like we can integrate R with Python, we can easily integrate R with Java, we can easily integrate R with social networking sites. Like I have integrated R with Salesforce. I have integrated R with Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google, YouTube, okay, okay, Dropbox. So we have integrated R with these tools, and we have incorporated functionalities for that, right? And we can integrate it with many other data sources, ODBC compliant databases like Excel, MS Access, and other statistical packages like SAS, SATSA, SPSS, and Minitab. And R has a large, active, and growing community of users. The mailing list provides access to many users and package authors who are experts in their fields. And right. So basically, the most prominent journal in R is like means R packages are the finance related packages are there, okay, and HR related packages are there. So we have packages for different various domains. Now the question comes that what are the companies using R programming? So there are a lot of companies, they are using R programming for performing statistical analysis, okay, but or for data analysis also. But if we talk about the major organization, major companies, so we have Facebook is also using R programming. You can see everybody know about Facebook. So Facebook is also using R programming, and Facebook is also using R programming. It means Facebook using R for performing data analysis. Okay, data analysis. We can perform data analysis. We can perform data visualization on that data set. For example, for searching the data, we can use in Facebook. So Facebook is using for searching the data for analyzing the data. Ford company is using, Bentech is using, ANZ is using. ANZ is the fourth largest bank in Australia. They are using R for credit risk analysis. Bing is a social search awareness. Okay, it's a search engine basically, and they are also using R programming. Ford is also using R, so it relies on open source tools like Hadoop and R for statistical analysis and data driven decision supports, right? And Bank of America using R for reportings. They are using R for reportings, right? So these are the companies, those who are using R programming for uh, they are using R programming for different functionalities. Now when it comes to working with R, so we used to say that R is a very easy language. R, so anyone who wanted to start their your career in R, means in programming. Let's suppose, as you told me, that you are working as you are working as sorry, yeah, recruitment analysis. And so in your recruitment analysis, you have a lot of data sets are there, but it helps, like you have a huge pool of data set, the existing data set, and then it will help you to analyze the data, the past data, and based on that you can perform operations on that data set, and you can take decisions on that data set. So it helps you to perform operations, to take decision based on your past data set. Fine. So now when it comes with R programming, so for example, data set, now my requirement is I would like to load my data set, I would like to read my CSV data. So for example, I now in actually this R Studio is a tool, is a software which works with R. But first of all, we need to install R programming. So I've already installed my R. So I've already installed my R package. So actually you need to install two things. First of all, you need to install R, and then install R Studio. So R Studio is a graphical, it's a package which is it's a software which works on R interface. So R is needed for this R Studio, and I can import data set from Excel, from I can read data from Excel directly, preparing import from Excel, and I can okay. So it will install the packages required for this. So it performs the complete operation by itself. See this? It's downloading and installing packages by itself. The required packages to read the data, to import the data from data sources. Because I changed my system actually. I have R in my another machine, but I'm using my different system, so that's why it's installing the. And you need to install these packages only once, not every time. Once you install it, and you didn't if you so if you are not formatted your system, so till then you can use it. Now I can read my data set. So let me import my data from my data sets, and I'm using my financial data. It's an Excel worksheet. So I just read this and previewing data. So we have got around 21 columns are there, and you can see we have cost of revenue. It's a financial data actually, and I click on import. So it will the data. MC data is imported. So there are 24 columns and 924 observation. Observation means the records. So you can see we can see the graphical view of the data in. We can see the graphical view of data in R, and now we can perform operations if it is required, because now I got my data in finance data. So I can start using this finance data one. Okay, finance data one, and when I run this, it it gives a preview of it provide me this preview. That's a preview. Now I can perform other operations on that. I just wanted to get only a specific column. Let's suppose I want only country, so we can simple write finance data one, and we can extract the we can extract sub data set from there. So that can be done. We can read data, we can extract a specific columns or a specific number of rows, right? So for example, from finance data, I just want country. So finance data one, country, and run. So it only gives a list of countries, and it's a duplicate one actually. It will repeat your records because we didn't apply any formation that we want a unique records or we want a group record. For that we have additional functionalities. So those things we'll be going to see in our regular sessions. Now here I pull data from Excel. We can pull data from SQL. We'll see how to pull data from SQL. We'll see how to pull data from CSV files, how to read data from online cloud database repository like Salesforce and so on. So we'll be going to work on all these things, and there are certain data types. We're going to talk about those data types also, like list is there, dictionary is there, okay, data frames are there, matrix is there, right? So how to work on that? Vectors are there, factors are there. So what are the use of factors and vectors, how to create variables, we'll be going to discuss about them, everything in our regular sessions, right? Okay. So yeah, so that's all from my side in this session. We'll be going to cover the rest of the things in our regular sessions, and also we'll see how to perform the functionalities, the machine learning functionalities in R programming with the using how to incorporate, how to use our data set, how to implement the machine learning algorithms on our data set using R. So that we are going to see in upcoming sessions. So right, any questions you want to ask? You have any questions, you can